Alright, stream should be back. Sorry about that. Yeah. For those of you that don't know, my internet loves to just, like, randomly cut out for no reason. AK, alright. I wonder if I was ready to just jam Thalia. I don't hate, like, protecting Thalia with Karakas instead. Stoneforge isn't, like, a bad turn 2 play. Grabbing, Sword of Fire and Ice is really strong. Yeah, Force of Will, sure. Pitching Jace. Explains why my stream shot the bed. Yeah, I don't know why. Just like every once in a while, my internet just loves to go like, all right, time to die for like 5 seconds, and just enough time for OBS to disconnect and me to have to like refresh it and reset the internet and stuff. It's really obnoxious, but that's life. Field Runes, neat. No white source, huh? Hurt my port, but my port isn't very strong without an Aether Vial in play, so I'm not that upset about it. Like, it might be important later in the game, but I was definitely going to just be tapping out for the next couple of turns. Ooh. Protect the Thalia, Wasteland the Volcanic. I guess we'll cast the Thalia first, see if it resolves. He's yet to expose a white source. What happened on that Ponder? No shuffle. Wastelanding's really tempting, but like then land Plow, then where am I? I'm what, casting a Recruiter? What could he even do? He can't cast a Jace next turn anyway, and then we can Wasteland it. There's not a whole lot you can do on 4 mana, right? 4 mana with a Thalia in play. I'm supposed to play Karakas. Can be like Mentor. Okay, AK for 2. There's the Plains. I think I'm just gonna... I don't know. I want to devote more to the board is the issue, but I don't want to... I guess maybe I can afford to tap the Karakas now that I have second Thalia. He would have to spend most of his turn casting Swords of Plowshares. Maybe we play a Recruiter so I can get more value off this Wisp later. It doesn't really add a lot to the board. I could also just play Wisp Flicker the Karakas, have 5 power in play, and then sit and do nothing until he terminuses me. But the problem with leaving up Karakas when I have Flickers in play, you can just start like playing with the Flicker Wisp and stuff. Let's cast a Recruiter here. TL Hunter 07, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. What do I want? What do I want? Sanctum Prelate's not bad. Stoneforge isn't terrible here. Eventually being able to Stoneforge for something. I don't mind just grabbing Sanctum Prelate, though. It's weaker without a Mom in play, for sure. Because we can do, like, Prelate on 6 plus Mom or whatever to shut off a bunch of... Did Patrick activate his windows yet? I don't know. You'll have to ask him. I think I just kind of want a Stoneforge, especially if I don't hit land drops. Next turn we can just cast Stoneforge, leave up Karakas. And there aren't like a lot of good plow targets. Like maybe the Stoneforge is probably the plow target, since the sword would cost me a lot of mana with the Thalia in play. So the Ponderer was a shuffle, so there's... interesting. I might just play this Aether Vial. It's gonna like Spell Pierce it, make me feel like an idiot. He doesn't cast any, like, Brainstorms or anything, so he could have, like, a Dead Spell Pierce in his hand. Nope. There's the Brainstorm. Is this going to be, like, a Terminus into Jace turn? That's what I feel like. That's typically the game plan for a lot of game ones as Miracles, is, like, set up into, like, Wrath the Board Jace. Oh, no, it can't be Wrath the Board Jace, because of Thalia. Terminus costs 2. Anyway, I need to get a Cardboard Life working so I can show Patrick's deck list on the screen at the same time. I have no freaking clue how to do that, though. There could be a Terminus next card down as well. Council's Judgment. 8. Goodbye, Thalia. Move back up, Thalia, not terribly concerned. We drew the sword. Stoneforge makes my Stoneforge worse. Could flicker the Recruiter just to get value here, but I like jamming Thalia again. Especially if the next card down is Terminus. I really wanted to hit 4th land for this Jailer a while ago, but that's life. Terminus? No. Alright, that's good. Makes protecting the board from a Jace easier, since next turn we'll get the Vial up to 2. We can start having instant speed threats. Slam Jace, bounce Thalia, maybe? Fate Seal them. Okay, this is just a suicide? This is just like a Jace because his hand is bad, I guess? Oh, that's kind of weird. I guess it can't die if you plus AX. I don't have 3 on board. That tracks to some degree. Do I want a Wasteland? Good Slam Jailer. Second Thalia Root. Three cards in hand, untapping with a Jace. I could Wisp my Recruiter, get a Revoker, and revoke the Jace. That's not horrible. I don't have to vial it in until post draw step when there could be a Terminus. Step 1, I'm going to attack it. It's devoting a lot to the board, which I don't love, but... It also taps the Crocus, which I don't love, but there's just like a lot of things my opponent needs to answer at that point. And without Terminus, seems like pretty hard. Maybe this is too greedy, but I don't like him trying to run away with this Jace. It's gonna be like force the Flicker Wisp. Yep. And the tracks. That's very good for me, though, still. I think I still want a Wasteland here, honestly. Gonna waste him to get off Terminus Hardcast. He would still need a land to Hardcast a Terminus, but... But yeah, it could be like land drop, Hardcast Terminus. I think I was just gonna waste regardless, since... Mana is typically the Miracles player's choke point, even at like your 6th land drop, like your Wastelands are still decent. It doesn't prevent me from like casting a Palace Jailer next turn, or possibly putting in Sword and Equipping. So what am I concerned with? He hasn't cast a Plow yet, so like it would require like Plow, Snap, Plow, or Brainstorm into Terminus. I think we're taking this up to 3, because we might be just taking it up to 4 later. I could leave it on 2 to protect the... Because you'd have had a Record Hand already. I could leave it on 2 to bounce Lethalia and put it back into play. But it means we're like not getting closer to this Jailer, and there are like a lot of good 3-drops to Violin. I think I'm taking this Vial up. Of course. So let's attack the Jace with both of these. If he has just Snapcaster, if there's a Plow, you can Plow the Thalia, the Jace only takes 1. Maybe I'm supposed to attack with all 3. Because I can beat a Snap because I have a Swords of Plowshares. But I can't beat just a Plow, right? Maybe I do just spend this turn attacking with everybody. This is like Snap. Oh, this is just Terminus me. Yup, that's not great. Wish I did a lot of things differently this turn. Jace is definitely running away with this game here. Judgment. Sure. I wonder if it's the Thalia or the Vial here, honestly. I feel like it could just be the Vial. Thalia's pretty under control. Thanks for the bits, Moxall. Yep. That tracks. Even just like minus the Jace and the Thalia, if nothing else. Thanks to the bits army. What are the odds he has a Snapcaster Mage? Probably, like, very good, right? Oh, this is a deck list I was pulling up because I still haven't gotten to work yet. Yeah, he's just on, like, the normal 900 Snapcaster Mage version. I can't, like, deploy 2 threats. Maybe it's time to start, like, trying to draw multiple cards. No, let's go for it. It is just, like, snap, bouncer thing, whatever. We're not in a great spot, but that's life. You can lengthen the timer? I had no idea. I didn't even know that was, like, a thing you could do. That's a lot of mentors. Is this mentor cantrip? Because then we're dead. Might concede to this. I assume there's something here. Yeah, response plow. Yeah, it's concession time. Are we still doing this team tournament thing? Caleb, you live in Chicago. You're not coming to this team tournament. I already found a new team. Also didn't sound like CJ was very keen on going. But anyway. I'll look into it for the next. Do you know where it is, Darkview? Look into extending the timer. So what is it? 8 cards, right? Bring in 8. We saw 2 mentors, so I'd probably do the normal. Shave some judgments. Or save some plows. Shave like a revoker and a wasteland. Maybe less keen on shaving a wasteland after like against the Volcanic Island Miracles decks, but probably still fine. I'm gonna burn my sideboard clock a little bit here because I'm gonna message Cardboard Live people. Is JNEDS usually boarded hours? It's like okay. It's typically only good because you want to leave in all your Stoneforge Mystics, and otherwise you only have 2 creatures. Like if you have Sword of War and Peace, it's pretty easy board out, but Sword of War and Peace is ancient tech nowadays. Nice. The perfect hand. Aight. I'll take it. Maybe I top this. I can, like, flicker my Stoneforge Mystic. uh... we got him good. Hey, that's why you play the Ancient Tomb, right? Something like that. Oh, oh man. Oh, that was great. That was so good. Ask me how many small features are what. This was how it must feel to have your lands himmed on turn 2. Oh, hang on. I got a reply. You need to use the Cardboard Life portal as an organizer of the player, then create a tournament and generate a token for that tournament. CBL will then allow you to pick 2 decks for the extension. Also, the organizer of the account by going to the managed account and simply checking the box for organizer. Alright, cool. I should be able to pull up Patrick's deck now. Let me figure this shit out. Can someone clip that? I hope someone can clip that. That was so good. Alright. So we want to make a tournament. Tournament passcode. What? I don't... Really rude, dear viewers. So much Turn 1 challenge. Probably Moxley. Moxley in chat. You're getting called out here. Anyway, I gotta burn. Clock. How do I make a tournament? I don't understand. Very confused by these instructions. Then create a tournament and generate a token for that tournament. Alright. How do I create the tournament? Tournament passcode. Wait. No. I haven't made any tournaments. I don't understand how this works. What's up, Lou and Ill? Can MTG bot pull up card prices? I don't know. Oh man, we got the tomb. We just need to draw the chalice. I think this hand is still a keep. We have like Aether Vial and like Thalia and Stoneforges. The issue is that we have all of our equipment essentially. How's the crypts working out? I mean, we tested them once on Monday. We never played them any match where we boarded it in, and now we're testing versus Miracles. So I'm gonna keep this hand. Hopefully, we just top deck the chalice. Oh no, he's got the Spell Pierce ready. Oh, we're gonna get him good. Spell Pierce me. Do it. Oh, okay. Hope he doesn't like engineered explosives me. That would be sad. But I was really hoping he had the Spell Pierce, to be perfectly honest. Probably playing Stoneforge into 2 open mana here. Playing Thalia into getting... Stop drawing 2, which I was told was bad. Maybe we run out with Thalia. Have another Thalia. Next turn we can untap with, like, Violent a million things. I'm just jam Thalia here. Sucks I'm not gonna get to watch this whole stream live. This is good. I do like... I enjoy playing against Patrick. I enjoy the smack talk. I also just enjoy this matchup. Yeah. Figures. But next turn we have, like, Violent Thalia, Violent Stoneforge, Hold Up Crocus, or whatever. I wonder if I actually, like, Violent Stoneforge casts sort of Fire and Ice a Violent Thalia. I don't hate that. You can get countered if I do it like this, but it's also just way more mana efficient. Oh, no, hang on. That's not what I want to do. Spell pierced. Damn. I wonder what I'm valuing this Thalia. Probably like draw step. I guess upkeep is probably better. Response to that fetch probably. But it was too late. I was F6'd. So now we do a draw step so I don't get Terminus. Not even greedy. Greedily. What, casting the Sword of Fire and Ice? Probably. It's just hard to, like, at any point go shields down. What if I just, like, put in the Stoneforge Mystic? Don't really want to, because we already have one in play. We can put in this Batterskull already. I thought it was just way better. So we will end with a Thalia in here, but... Next turn we can just attack with Thalia, leave up Batterskull and Karakas, and have a Vial on 2 and 3. Ooh. Nice draw. You gotta make a punish for doing that draw instead of upkeep. Laziness strikes again. Well, we don't need to do anything here. Let's spew out our entire hand. Could have, like, gotten GT counters there if I wanted. But that involves tapping the Karakas, and also I don't really want GT counters. Yeah, no, we're fine. He did Brainstorm, right? Brainstorm at the end of that? GT counters would be pretty cool to protect your Monarchy. Yeah, if I want to get a... I don't really want to get a Palace Jailer right here. It's probably just going to get, like, more Recruiters. And or, like, Flicker Wisps and such. Could have cast Recruiter if Repelling got Rectify Force. Yeah, I'm not super into those plans. Like, I like my board state right now. I'm, like, pretty okay as we currently sit. Don't want to get greedy or anything. What am I even prelating on? 1 and getting wrecked by Terminus? 6 and getting wrecked by Plow? Prelude isn't great here. Sure. Alright. What am I doing? I'm putting in this Batterskull for sure. So how much power do we have in play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could just recruit for a Recruiter here. Just, like, spin my wheels a whole bunch. I don't think I want to put in this other Stoneforge. Just based on, like, possibly getting Terminus. What do you do with that, Preordain? Bottom. So he doesn't know what's on the top of his deck. Recruiter makes it a 2-turn clock, notably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We also just grab a Wisp, so post-Terminus we can Wisp the Batterskull. I mean, just getting a free 1/1 is, like, pretty okay. I like just, like, recruiting a Recruiter. We have 2 left in the deck, so we're not really wasting them. Squadron 1/1s. Maybe I should put in the Stone Forge and like take Vials up to 3 and 3. Yeah, I'm just passing again. I like leaving the Vial on 2 is nice because if he ends up terminusing me or anything, we can pick up the Thalia and put it back into play. I don't think I'm doing anything here. I imagine there's like, what, Snap Plow in my future? But we're still sitting okay in the current board state, so... Yep. Recruit Prelate, blank a Snap Plow. Doesn't he just like Snap Plow in response when I get the Prelate before I untap? And you can still block with Snapcaster, so this isn't lethal. I almost like recruited for a Wisp, but I think he's like very much on the defensive right now, so I'm okay just kind of sitting here spinning my wheels. Valen and Prelate in response to the trigger. No, he just... Oh, like take the other Vial up to 3? He could also Plow in response to the Recruiter trigger. But I don't think either of those are like super great plans. There's a chance I was supposed to actually, with access to enough mana, I was just supposed to leave the Stoneforge back, attack with these things, so I could pick up and put in Batterskull again. We have a second Stoneforge, so it's not a huge deal. But yeah, I imagine this Germ token's dying. Yep. That's fine. Yeah, I don't really mind this line. There's a lot of cards in his hand, so there's like a lot that I need to be aware of. So it's fine. Like, I think we're ahead, and I think we're okay, like, sitting and playing it safe here. Mentor, interesting. Hmm. 2003. So, is there any way we can just try to kill him here, I wonder? We have 8 minutes to think about this. 4 life. Jailer. Recruit Ballista. These are options. We have 1, 2, 3. Or Ballista for 3 is probably lethal, assuming no counterspell. But if there's like a Force of Will, then like the Recruit Ballista's really bad. He has 5 cards in hand. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with Jite. Like I could get a flyer and put the Batterskull on it, but if there's a plow, then that's bad. I'm thinking it might be Prelate. Ballista for 3 plus onboard works. Not in the face of a Force of Will, right? Force the Ballista. We have 4 creatures. Assuming there's like a plow, then we're still not great. How's it going so far? We're game 3 in match 1, Lover Boy. Yeah, Ballista plays hard into Force. I don't mind grabbing a Sanctum Prelate and then activating the Vial, activating the Vial on 3 when I untap, and then he has to like cast his 1-drop, right? Any damage recruits. swing both, any damage recruit ballista kills him. Not if he forces it, or, like, has a 1-mana spell, or both. Like, if he has a plow and a force, that's very, very, very bad. I think Prelate's probably the safest. It forces the action beforehand. Jailer's probably okay. Because if we put in Stoneforge and Recruiter, go get Jailer, put in Jailer on the Mentor, he can cast a spell, get 1 token. We have 1, 2, 1, 2, and we'd have 1, 2, 3 power. If we equip the Batterskull, we'd have lethal, unless the spell is the Source of Plowshares. Can't force Amplow if you keep... Oh yeah, I can't force Amplow, that's right. He can't cast Force and Plow on the same turn? Huh, maybe... Is there merit to the Walking Ballista line? If he casts any spell... I guess, what, Plow the Thalia? But then we can have the Violent too, so we can pick it up and put it back in, but then we can only play the... Oh god, I'm timing out. I don't know if the Ballista permutations work. I think they might have they might produce lethal. Assuming Plow Thalia, we pick it up. We have 3 attackers. But no, yeah, it would have to be Plow Thalia into... Yeah, Prelate or Jailer is definitely safer. Yeah, I don't like... I'm picking up this Batterskull, though. No, I don't think so. I think I'm grabbing Sanctum Prelate. If I get Ballista and attack for 4, it's safe. Maybe. I don't think Ballista beats Plow plus Force of Will, but I could be wrong. There's like a lot to think about. Might go back and like analyze this with infinite time. Because they can block, Plow this, take 1, go to 3. I play Ballista for 3, they Force of Will it, right? Yeah, I mean, I can cast the Ballista post-combat, but that doesn't matter, right? If they just Plow the Thalia. And if we pick up the Thalia, we can't cast the Ballista for 3. Well, that changes things. Does it actually? Maybe not. Well, actually, we'll see if he bites. He like has to, right? And then if he taps low, then we can Plow. Put Thalia back in off file, but we have to tap the Karakas. Yeah, we only have 5 mana, unless we drew a land. I think that line does, like, bite it pretty bad to Plow plus Force. How do we Plow through our own Prelate? He has to cast his 1-mana spell in response to this Prelate. And then after he casts a 1-mana spell, we cast our 1-mana spell. And if he doesn't cast a spell, then, like, yeah, exactly, we don't need to cast a spell. We just put Prelate on 1, equip Batterskull to one of our 1-mana guys, attack with everything, and lethal. What is this? Source of Plowshares on Thalia. So this is fine. This is fine. So we have to spend 2 mana on our Plow, right? Oh, he gained another life. Oops, I was supposed to do that in response to the trigger. Oh well. But now I can pick it up and put it back in. But I can't, like, I have to pay 2 mana for this Plow first. Yeah, they gain an extra life. Might be. wonder if I put this on like 6 now. Just to not get Terminus. I hate that plan. If he had a Terminus, wouldn't he have cast it? There could be one on the top of his deck, right? He doesn't know what it is. Guess I shouldn't have 6. I might pick up this Batterskull. But I burned a lot of time there, so obviously we might time out and look like an idiot. Sure. But I think we might just kill him. So there's that. Yeah, he doesn't have an opportunity to stack it, but he could draw one. And I think I'm losing to Terminus more than I'm losing to like casting 1-mana spells. Miracle, yeah, miracles are miracles for a reason, for sure. Alright, now I'm trying to see if I can figure out this Cardboard Live shenanigans. How do I make a tournament? I wanna make a tournament. Yeah, I don't have any tournaments. I would like to create one. Alright, catch you later, Army. And Darkview. Catch you guys later. Alright, hang on. Let me also fiddle with this. That'll be an interesting thought for what's the play. Yeah, if someone wants to go back and screenshot that and like hit me up. Like, what do you think the best call is? Definitely not letting him gain an extra life, but I like the Prelate line. The Prelate line was like relatively safe. Jailer is another option. I guess I should go ask him if he, I mean, I guess I shouldn't ask him if he has force. Alright, where's this like secret extra time window? Let me message him. I don't like the Pro line, honestly. It felt the safest, and I felt like I was in enough of a winning position that it was the best way for me to navigate that game. It's the safest because we like don't have to worry about what he has. We just make him use it. We don't have to like try to play around it. And like maybe that's wrong. Because it's pretty easy to sniff out Swords to Plowshares there. Where's the extra time? Oh, he sent me a challenge. Oh, but it's been canceled. Goodbye. You're gonna go for the throat. Well, what would you have done, Moxel? I am curious. Like that was a weird decision. Like I would have spent like probably another like 5-10 minutes tanking on that, honestly, given infinite time. Like that was a decision that I don't know, could have gone a lot of different ways. Jailer. So Jailer, untap, tick Vial to like 4 and 2. Jailer it, response, plow something. And what happens if he just like, yeah, like I don't think we need to get that aggressive. Like the Prelate line felt fine against like Terminus, and the Jailer line doesn't exactly hold water against Terminus. We don't have a lot of threats after that. Because I don't want the Mentor gone, you have more than enough bodies to protect the Monarchy. Yeah, we don't like lose to the plow either. We just like needed to force him to have it. Too bad Darkview left. What did he say? Hang on. Let me scroll back up in chat. Darkview mentioned it, right? Under match options in the play lobby. Play lobby. Match options. I think the timer in there affects direct challenges. Constructed open play. Match options. Here we go. 40 minutes. Wait, I saw him. Okay, to make a buddy only. Yeah, we figured it out. We got to it. Jailer plus GT counters. We don't get GT counters, right, if we go for the Jailer line? Because he can just plow... Oh, no. Because he has to plow in response to the Jailer before we equip anything with the GT. So that tracks. Sounds kind of weak. Yeah, Mom Stoneforge isn't bad. In the blind, would I keep this? Maybe. It is a little soft, but probably decent. Back to figuring out this Carver Live BS. Ponder shuffled. Go get Sword of Fire and Ice. How many games in are we? We're only 3 games in. This is the second match. Ramen Lover. Matches against Miracles take a long ass time. So we're just putting in this sword and saying go. I'm fine just sitting here. That's kind of rude. I guess I just let this resolve. I think the sword's more important than, like, the huge tempo loss here. Yeah, I think I just let this resolve. He exiles the Stoneforge. Man, I hope I draw 2. Fuck. Never lucky, as they say. I don't know if I'm a fan of just jamming the sword, but none of these auto cards seem very good. Like, we had Ballista for 2? That's not atrocious. I like developing a threat because, like, equipping the sword to the mom and attacking isn't a great plan against, like, Swords of Plowshares and stuff. Poor Wisp, you can blink poor. I guess that's probably more valid. I don't mind playing Ballista out here either. Port on turn 3 in case we drew exactly Port plus Waste and they deployed a Tundra. Yeah, because we're not tapping it. Oh, my concern was like... So my thought process is just, like, save your non-basics because of back to basics, obviously, but we weren't tapping it that turn, but we might be in the future, and we weren't. like kind of narrow to do something like that. Ballista about to go on the beatdowns here. We're gonna get a sword trigger. It doesn't shuffle though, so probably getting Terminus after that. It's probably fine just to jam, get the extra trigger. Could also force it, but shoot me, you coward. What a jerk. Pitching the Spell Pierce. Sure. Did I play the Stoneforge here? Did not shuffle on the Ponder. And also didn't play a land, right? Which add a counter, not expose the sword to force. I don't love that. Like, the upside of like him not having force is extremely high, and like how are we ever gonna like not expose the sword to a force of will, right? We're gonna cast it eventually. I don't know if, like, I'm not even sure I want to play this third threat into the board. Or third creature, I guess. Mom isn't exactly a threat. The Ponder didn't shuffle, but maybe that was just like for the force of will. But he missed a land drop, right? On his turn 4 here. He drew 2 cards off of AK. He pondered, didn't shuffle. Oh no, he played Plains. He missed his land drop earlier then? I didn't like wasteland him, right? So he did play his land after he kept on the Ponder. It seems to feel very safe. I mean, that's just like Patrick shit-talking. But I think we kind of need to run out Stoneforge here. I don't love just like pump go. That's just like so clunky. We can also just like cast this Batterskull if he terminuses me, which isn't the worst. I don't really want this Ballista in my deck. Rather him be a 1 less life, I think. In fact, they pulled the trigger on the Council Judgment in the previous board state. Oh. I mean, I mean, he knew I couldn't, like, do anything that turn, right? What was he tapping out against? I couldn't, like, play and equip the sword or anything without exactly the Ancient Tomb that he was laughing about. Tapping ports, I mean, he's 2 non-basics, so probably just leaving up the plow is better than not tapping the non-basic. I'm about to be punished for this pitch Spirit Pierce game 1. He did pitch the Spell Pierce to the Force. Well, I almost said something about it. Yeah, we have a Flicker Wisp, so that's not the worst. We just like Jaces, we're in a bad spot, but we at least get to deploy 2 threats, only one of which can get killed by a Jace. Oh, I need to switch to a... Okay, I figured it out. I need to switch to an Organizer, and then I can add a tournament. We're finally getting there, guys. Like, the issue is that, yes, it forces them to have Terminus, but, like, if you have the read that they have Terminus, you may not, like, just want to play into it, even if it is, like, slightly better if they don't have it, but, like, the Ponder Keep made me feel like there was a Terminus in my future. Because, like, our board state's really good by itself still, even if he doesn't have Terminus that turn. Like, Mom backed up by, like, an actual threat means he can't just, like, safely deploy a Jace or anything, or even, like, Plow. We can't do anything about it, so sure. Gonna be like Snap Plow. That'd be rude. We can't port very effectively here. Alright. I guess we could port the Volcanic, actually, if he targets a Plow here. Yeah. We're not going to be able to port to port a White Source, because he's just trying to cast Swords of Plowshares. On my Germ here. Jace the Mind Sculptor. I think I'm only porting once this turn. Maybe I'm supposed to keep porting twice and not try to pick up the Batterskull to replay it. I really like trying to get more threats into play, though. Like, equipping this Revoker isn't exactly on my to-do list. Would help me attack into a Snapcaster Mage. We can always plow that if we need to. Well, that answers that question. Definitely picking up this Batterskull. Also, I don't think I'm plowing the Snapcaster Mage. We're at 33. Definitely want to save this to, like, not die to a Mentor. Picked up for lane drop. Yeah, this is game 1. So I could, like, leave up a port, but then he can just field ruin it. There's a chance I could, like Wasteland first. So then use the extra mana. Like, I'm not wastelanding. Just wasteland the Tundra. Is wastelanding wastelanding first, like, really that relevant, right? I guess it is, because, like, Hardcast Forcible, right? There's exactly 5 mana here. So, oops. Forcible is a card that exists. Well, it doesn't even float the mana. It makes sense you don't want to crack the field there, but... so I guess we're going to be porting anyway, so there's no point in holding up. So this way we can port. He can't, like, field me off of porting him next turn. Doesn't hold up the plow, but I wasn't about to hold up the plow. And now it does technically hold up plow if I didn't want to use Rashad and port this turn. It's going to be really bad when he chases me. It's going to be really hard to win after that. I like no Jace. That's good. Tap to 4, tap to 3, yeah. So we have enough mana to cast Thalia, port, and still pick up Batterskull if we need to. It's fine. His last card's Force, so we'll remember. Beat downs. Why would he not block there? What, did I say he wouldn't block? Oh, you mean last turn, maybe? When I just tagged with a Batterskull? Last card in hand was Terminus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't you cast it? I mean, we pick up the Batterskull, replay it. Not dead, right? Jump in the first Batterskull deck. Gotcha, gotcha. So we were on the play that time, and we won it. Hang on. Alright, we finally get this stupid thing done. He was out of fetchable lands. Was he out of fetchable lands? I don't think so. He probably. Oh, it was a Arid Mesa, wasn't it? Did he actually have? Because he couldn't fetch basic islands. There were 2 tundras, 2 plains, and 2 volcanics. Yeah, 2 tundras, 2 plains, 2 volcanics. That's his list. That's funny. Yeah, that was a Mesa. That's actually hilarious. You like legitimately just can't cast it. Shave Revoker, shave Wasteland. God, I need to figure out how to fucking do this. Me and Patrick save. Good. How do I start this shit? Arid Mesa the worst fetching magic? Maybe. It's probably pretty high up there, right? Windswept Heath, maybe? Shell's is really good. Shell's less good on the draw. Shell's and Plow in the same hand, not great. I don't know if this hand's good enough to keep. Let's find out. Hey, that makes this hand a lot better. Easy game. Sand feels borderline. Yeah, I could definitely see mulling this. I wouldn't fault people for it. In practice games like this, though, and just like most of my online, I like to keep like marginal hands to fate and try to assess if they're actually worth. Is it Spell Pierce time? Is it Disenchant time? This looks like Disenchant time. Ooh, nice. About to Chalice in Modern. Chalice is a really fucked up magic card. Cat mix. It is very. I think it's really good in Modern right now too, like Burn and Phoenix and shit. Snare. Could snare it. I don't know if this plays a snare. We're working on getting this list up. Oh, he just missed a land. Straight up missed a land drop, right? Fuck yeah. I think we're just recruiting a recruiter so I can get some extra value off. Yeah, we're not under a lot of pressure. I want to get more value out of my Flicker Wisps. They can just go recruit a recruiter here. Could just grab Jailer, I guess. It's like not terrible. Yeah, fuck it. We'll grab Jailer. We'll appease the Jailer fanboys in chat. Ooh. Wastelandable. Ooh. Oh, wait. This could be Force of Will? Oh, the game's over. Good thing we found a Palace Jailer. Palace Jailer's Mentor. I wasn't, my plan was, like, grab Jailer and not cast it. I was just gonna be Flicker Wisp my recruiter for other stuff. But it is scary if he mentors and doesn't concede the game immediately, because then I have to worry about Force of Will. Chalice of Void confirmed good against Miracles. Alright, how the fuck do I start this goddamn tournament? I got 2 players in this tournament. Let me start it. Successfully saved tournament. Alright, cool. What do I do now? I don't understand. Oh, I got Patrick's back. Join the game again. God, this shit doesn't make any sense. Cardboard Live, why? Add judge, add organizer. Sure. This is all well and good. I would just like to start this tournament so I can put 2 deck lists on the dang screen. Eh, sounds good. Mom Thalia. Just not shuffle off Ponder. I think we're just jamming Thalia here. There's a lot of Stoneforges. It's like jamming Mom Thalia. If he has Force, he has Force. Maybe jamming Stoneforge is better just because if he has Force, I don't know. He might just like not force a Stoneforge. Land's nice there. I don't think I'm playing like Mom plus Stoneforge. I don't really like just overly devoting to the board there for no reason. I don't think they force Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah. I think it's better just like to jam Thalia. If they have Force, they have Force. That's life. Well, there's a chance if I wanted to play around Force, I could just play out a Stoneforge Mystic anyway. If they do force the Stoneforge, then it's great for me, and if they don't, then, like, we have Stoneforge in play, and we can just continue to play the game. But, like, the upside of casting Thalia and my opponent not having Force Will is just, like, absurd. So the only thing you could have is a second Force of Will. Do we just cast the sword equivalent to Stoneforge? It's like the only actual card you could have. He's not even like holding. He's not even representing Spell Pierce. God, it's real tempting. Like the alternative is to just to like pass the turn, port them, and then put in Sword of Fire and Ice on end step. I really would want to do it like at least 40% for the memes. It's already expended 1 force. I like Stoneforge for Batterskull, porting only a white source. I don't think I like Stoneforge for Batterskull, right? It means I'm not porting, or I'm not putting it in equipment. I kind of like doing both of those things. Alright, the greedy son of a bitch I am, I'm gonna pass the turn. I'm gonna port his white source. You're putting in Batterskull. Yeah, but then I'm not porting. Porting seems like pretty good. I really want to just, like, fucking jam with the sword, and that might have been actually correct. I'm not sure. Why is it not a sword on that Stoneforge? Like, developing more cards to free up mana next turn? I don't know. Like, like, why are we grabbing the Batterskull? It just, like, seems like it makes us weaker to, something like a Terminus, right? I don't think we threw away the game. It's a little early to say just threw away the game, right? Don't know what he could have here. Because, like, we could still probably connect with the Stoneforge, right? No shuffle. So it could be, like, Brainstorm into Terminus here? Or, wait, are we, no, we're pre-board, right? Kind of, like, mixed up where we are. I'm tempted to cast this Thalia. Thalia's better if he has, like, Brainstorm Terminus, right? No, so much throw away the game as took way too conservative of a line. So what happened on this Ponder? Chose not to shuffle. Okay, never mind. I don't like casting Thalia. Chet doesn't own you. I was afraid you can't cuss in Moto chat. Chat wanted Stoneforge. You wanted Stoneforge getting another card. Luenell didn't. Luenell got my back anyway. We're gonna quit this. And probably get Terminus here. Like Terminus on his turn. Do we play a land? No? Alright, never mind. We're not getting Terminus. Could have, like, brainstorming Determinus here or something, but... Game 2, I would have cast a Stoneforge. Game 2, I might have just, like, jammed. Just, like, easier to get value before they have Disenchant up and such. Yeah, the second plow. Still fine. Plow the Stoneforge here. I think I'm better off, like, not making sure I don't get Terminus. Plow, snap, plow, not bad. Probably just getting in the red zone with Mom, killing the Snapcaster, drawing a card. Depending on how this turn goes here. 2 cards on bottom, so there's no setup turn. Okay, no, just conceded. We did it. Petrick is like a quick on the concession, much quicker than most Miracles players, which is it's a good skill to have, like knowing when you're dead. Makes for slightly less interesting, like playing out of what appears to be like a not like cut and dry game, but still, by the time I figure out how to get the stupid cardboard life thing working, it will literally be the end of the stream. If you didn't preordain, I would have considered porting draw step. Yeah, right. I guess no. Why would just cast Thalia, right? Casting Thalia just seemed. Oh, you'd like port to tap it down though, or plow to tap the Mom down. Well, you can do that anytime though. So casting Thalia is probably just better than porting, right? Since they both cost 2 mana and one gets me my Thalia in play. Although if he had 3 plows in his hand, I would imagine he would have cast 2 plows on the Mom, like plow it, response to tap, plow it again, and then snap, plow the Stoneforge Mystic. By letting the ability resolve, he loses that window. So I think it's like kind of implied that he doesn't have another plow. Anyway, one day I'll figure out how to fucking run this tournament. Maybe. Generate a token for that tournament. How do I generate the token for this tournament? I need a passcode. Has Petrick recovered his dignity in the past 40 minutes? We're 2-0 in matches, and we're up a game we're up a game going into game 2 here. And definitely some interesting lines. I think jamming might have been actually right. I'm not sure. Petrick seemed to think that it was right. Oh man, this hand seems greedy as hell. Ugh. This hand seems really greedy. I don't think I'm gonna keep it. On the play, maybe. Petrick probably has his Spell Pierces in here, ready to Spell Pierce my Aether Vial and watch me lose the game. We're gonna ship this hand. Huh. Is this better than a 5? Sister Chalice your regular draw now? Yeah, more or less. I go for like 2 Chalice and a different combo hate card, but Chalice has been the most impressive combo hate card for me so far, so I don't hate it. I think this is better than a 5, right? It's not good, but it's better than a 5. What is my plan? Is my plan Chalice Port Jailer? Yes, the answer is yes. Yeah, it's definitely not great. The plan is die to force. Well, that's why we have the second threat. So we die to, like... Oh, wow. I guess, yeah, we're not. This is a good draw, too. Feels like it's going to get Spell Pierced. Nope, could be Disenchanted, then. Very likely going to be Disenchanted. Hopefully there's no, Windmill Site Mentor. That's good. Die to Disenchant. We're not dead. We got good cards here. We have good cards in this hand. They're just expensive. If we just, like, Jailer into Cataclysm. Got a stew going. God, leaving up 2 mana makes me really fucking scared to cast this Palace Jailer. I'm not gonna lie. Ugh. I'm out of Port of Blue there. I was kind of scared of Mentors. Mentor's a really scary card. He's got plenty of blue. Can't cast Jace yet. Palace Jailer could just go so poorly for me here. So call me crazy. Cataclysm. Our hand is nothing but lands. I don't hate it. We just, like, Cataclysm, keep the port. Like, go Karakas Cataclysm. I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. Our hand is nothing but lands. Our hand is very bad. I might be in. I might be in for this, Moxall. Whoa. Spell Pierce your Cataclysm, Slam Jace. This is where we draw the second Cataclysm. Wasteland Vault plus Jailer seems pretty decent. I was thinking Jailer, actually. Jailer seemed really soft to just, like, Snapcaster Mage. Snapcaster Mage untap any sort of answer is just really bad for me. The Cataclysm line on my hand, I'm staring at a hand filled with nothing but lands, didn't actually seem unreasonable. Can I get this Jace dead? I think I might just be grabbing another Recruiter. Concerned. I guess we can't get. We can't actually get Terminist. We get Ballista. Ballista down this Jace. It's not the worst, but it does play into getting Terminist, because then we just lose our entire board. Wisp in case they steal Monarch. You can flicker Jailer. Maybe we just grab Recruiter and then we can like recruit a Wisp next turn. We have 6 mana. If we need to do that. Wisp also pressures a Jace a little bit better. Killing Jace, but my opponent has 6 cards in hand, so it's like really bad if my opponent Terminuses me and our hand has 3 lands. I think Recruiter is like just the keep playing it safe line. Also kill Snap if they try to take Monarch. Well, I mean, not really, because we're just straight up killing the Jace before they untap, right? I mean, I guess we could wait until their upkeep to kill the Jace. So, like, if they flash a Snapcaster, maybe that's more worth killing. Yeah, killing Jace is the problem of they have 6 cards and we have 0. So I think we need to, like, get more value here. Like, we do have a Monarch emblem, but there's, like, God knows how long that's going to last. Yeah, but if we play the Revoker, then they flash a Snap, we ping in, and they, like, just fucking Terminus me. If they flash and Snap, I might just plow it. Probably, and by might, I mean, I feel like I'm definitely gonna. So that's fine. Yeah. Please no second Spell Pierce. Hey, we did it. We get to keep Monarchy. Yeah, there was a Terminus there. Let's plan this turn. What are we recruiting? Depends on what we draw, but like maybe Ballista, maybe... Just draw Ancient Tomb, Ballista for 2. It's not bad. Not bad. I think actually I like Ballista here now, a little bit. There's the problem of being a little bit soft to Snap Plow, but if we Snap Plow, we can at least ping off the second Snapcaster here. They plow the Recruiter, this Jace keeps to keep living, but at least we have Monarch and another Recruiter to try and keep up with it. I think the answer might be blocking Ballista. Yeah. So there's just a plow. Sure. This might mean second. If they have like second Jace, this is bad, but I mean that's life at that point. Yup. So many cards in hand. Find like Cataclysm or Council's Judgment. I don't love like recruiting for a Revoker here. It seems pretty weak to 4 cards in hand. Could just like recruit. Is this our last recruiter? Did one get Terminus? Are they all dead? They are all actually dead. Neat. Huh. Interesting. I kind of want to pour this Tundra to play around Snapcaster Mage. It doesn't play around Spell Pierce, But if I Cataclysm and he takes Monarchy from me... Yeah, I'm thinking about porting this Tundra and then casting Cataclysm, and then casting Aether Vial. Port and die to second Pierce. We could, like, port... Yeah. I mean, I think I'd rather... Yeah, I think I'd rather port. Float mana plus Cataclysm is not bad. Because we could cast the Recruiter or something. Dolly's a good draw. Cleric, huh? I think I'm casting Thalia. I don't want to get, again, playing around like Snapcaster Mage pretty hard here. Rather than like getting this Thalia like forced or something. Like Force plus blue card puts them down to one card. They would need Force blue card Snapcaster Mage to take Monarchy, and even then we're like still in an okay spot with like a 2 and a 3 coming off the vial here. Oh yeah, that's in our deck. Kind of forgot about that, to be perfectly honest. Disenchant, rude. I think I just like adding to the board. It also makes a Snapcaster Mage a lot worse. I made a horrible mistake. I don't think you get to talk rude about that view. That's fair. That Cataclysm was quite the rude card. Ooh. I like Wasteland versus Tundra here. Hey, we did it! We're just never getting Patrick's deck list online, because I just don't know how to do it. What is it like to draw the second Cataclysm? It was pretty good. Not gonna lie. What was the mistake? We have been running pretty hot though. I'm not gonna lie. We have been running quite hot in our wins. We could probably do one more. I should have cast Disenchant in response to Thalia. It didn't end up mattering. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because, like, it's just, like, horribly mana inefficient. Fair, fair. Considering where your hand was on the first Cataclysm, we got pretty, like... I mean, we had Monarchy there for a couple turns, so, you know. Drawing 2 cards a turn is not bad. All right, for the sake of better testing, we've been on the play twice for these game ones, so I'm gonna let Patrick be on the play for this one. You could choose to try it. Patrick has the same idea. Man, this hand would have been so good on the play. Maybe it's still good on the draw. Nah. Alright, catch you later, Darkview. Probably just like don't like this hand. This hand feels like a hand that some D&T players keep. Like I think some D&T players keep one land Vile hand more aggressively than I do. I hate these types of hands. They're like so miserable. But like in the blind, quote unquote blind, because we're in a game 1 on the draw, I don't think this is a hand I want to keep. I snap this off. Yeah, exactly. There's like definitely a certain like school of thought of D&T players that just like snap off like one land Vile hands that have some semblance of castable spells to them. Like we can still cast Mother of Runes, Remorseful Cleric and stuff, but god, I've been burned so many times with these hands. I just like, ugh. I'm fairly aggressive with one land Vile hands, and I'd ship this. This is already a 6-card hand and it doesn't beat a Delver deck. I mean, yeah, we're like fucking dead to Delver, right? 4 Force, 4 Days. Dead to like Thoughtseize. I mean, I'm already gonna ship it. I'm just like talking myself into it more. But just like this hand is aggressive. Like our curve isn't even like the best cards, right? We have our clunky 2-drop. We have something that can't be cast with Vile. We have a Flickers for no value. We have an uncastable sword. This hand, I think, is a ship. I like this hand more. Easy. Yeah, exactly. There are a lot of cards that like don't even work very well with the Vile. Yeah, real good 6, including the Scry. One of the games you just secretly ship a deck that's super bad matchup for Miracles. Just should have borrowed like Eldrazi post before the stream started and just fucking turn 1 Cloud Post to go. Oops, wrong deck. That would have been actually hilarious. Let's pitch here. Snap. Sure. Probably just jam Thalia. What happened to that Preordain? Top, okay. Well, we got this plow, so... What am I doing this turn? So that's 17. We're not closing this game anytime soon, right? So we could port Vile or Stoneforge. I think I like so he passed on with 4 mana with 3 cards in hand. So like Plow plus like untapped land Jace or something. In which case I want to be Stoneforge Mystic. And what happened on... He didn't cast this Ponder recently, right? Ponder, shuffled. Okay, yeah. So he doesn't know the top card or anything. If we Stoneforge and he, like, plows the Thalia, untap, casts Jace. If he just brainstorms, we have Stoneforge plus Ballista to clear the Jace. If he downticks, we have Ballista to clear the Jace. If he upticks, then we have to, like, set up with Sword of Fire and Ice and such. Dirtle around with some nonsense. The conservative player in me wants to play Aether Vial, but I think I'm going to run out Stoneforge Mystic. Alright. Playing the slow game. I think I'm just attacking and saying go again. Don't know what all's in his hand. This is a game 1, right? More AKs, sure. Second one's Divination. So this is inducing me getting my Sword Council's Judgmented, right? But also, if I pour to try to take him off Council's Judgment, like, the window is open to kill Thalia. We just let the sword die. And induces Jace. Alright, that's a fair thing as well. So hopefully it doesn't have Force of Will. Alright, that worked out okay. Until second Jace. That's scary. It's a lot of cards. That's scary. That's a lot of cards. A lot of cards in hand, a lot of lands, a lot of things that I don't think I can beat. Just draw one to counteract Whitelist. I'll just jam a Thalia and port here, probably. Yeah, we'll just jam a second Thalia. Probably should have tapped differently. Oops. Do we jam second Thalia or do we just port? We have a Vial coming down on 2. Maybe we just still port. Not very good against 5 cards in hand and what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands. He definitely should have tapped differently. Because if I was porting, it's the same as leaving up a port and a plains versus a port and a port. Otherwise, we could cast a Stalling and leave up Karakas, which I'd be okay with. Only 1 Plow has been cast, right? Yeah. I don't think I can afford to. We're like super down on cards, right? Probably Tundra, yeah. Is Jace time? Mentor time, maybe? No, Jay's time. Opponent has drawn a lot of magic cards. Fairly concerned that we're gonna die. I think I'm filing this Thalia on, like, end step. Taxing them when they have this much mana in play is probably not great, and they could, like, make me pick it up with Jace, or just do any number of other things. Like, I don't think we're winning, no, regardless of our decisions here, but it's like being able to try to, like, sneak in a threat on end step and get a sword on it, I think is one of our paths to victory here. If he taps low enough on white, we can, like, port the other white source, then Violent Thalia, then equip with a sword, do something like that. Well, that's another white source, so... It also means that he can just kill my Thalia at will. Because he can just Field of Ruin my Crocus at any time to kill the Thalia. Let's just port a Tundra or something here. Maybe a 6-card hand doesn't have any Swords of Plowshares or Snapcaster Mages. You never know. How common is Field of Ruin? I don't know. I definitely have not seen it a lot. I think this is just upkeep. Probably not even worth playing this GT. Better just to port them twice. We're definitely dead, and we should probably just concede. But maybe there's no end to that sentence. Maybe it's just like, we should probably concede, and then I'll concede. If he kills this Flickerist, I'll probably just concede. He only has 25 cards left in his deck. So... This game was over. Yeah, this game was over when he played the Jace, right? No, it was probably the 4th AK-ish. Maybe the 3rd AK. I'll let him have his fun. We've been beating him up pretty bad. I'll let him go off. This game was definitely gone around the 3rd or 4th Ancestral. Alright, the plan is he has 4 lands in hand. We draw... Oh, he's just gonna kill it. Rude. Snap Plow. Why not do that? What if my last card is Flicker Wisp? Also, yeah, I'm definitely conceding here. Weirdly, we're 0-2 on the draw and 2-0 on the play in pre-board games. I don't know if that means anything. Probably not. Very, very small sample size. So I'm not even sure my board plan is right. Roger's like very aggressively medium though. And I definitely like shaving a land in the 24 land builds. Also, we're just like never getting Patrick's deck list on the screen because I don't fucking know how to do it. I don't understand Cardboard Live. This is probably just like a snap keep. Turn 1 Vial and turn 4 Cataclysm. How do we lose? Besides the Spell Pierce. I like this hand a lot more if this Wasteland was a, it's like a Rishadan port. Yeah, I'll have to go back and look at my stats for like my normal Miracles games and see how much play / draw affects that. No, I don't record that. I only record pre-board versus post-board. Maybe I should start recording play draw. But so many columns though. Fetch some non-basics. Don't disenchant my Aether Vial. Don't think I want to cast anything here. I could cast Recruiter, but it's like kind of good just sitting here. AK, sure. I wonder at what point you sack the Cleric to kill an AK. Probably not after the second one. Like, if you cast an AK here, I don't think I'd Cleric. But I definitely would on, like, the third AK. Because if you let that one resolve, then you get to... So if you don't let it resolve, you're essentially swapping your Remorseful Cleric for a card that they draw, and you're making their other AK still decent, whereas if you just let it resolve first, and then play the Cleric, then you can kill 2 AKs and make their other 2 worse. Council's Judgment, I'll put in my thing. They'll probably still exile Vial, so... Goodbye, Aether Vial. Hey, it Council's Judgment. What am I recruiting? I never know to recruiter in these sorts of positions. Maybe it's time to try to set up a Palace Jailer? Like, Palace Jailer and a Cataclysm is just really powerful. Don't want to get back to basics. Probably better than, like, bluffing Swords of Plowshares. Prelate isn't horrible. Just grabbing another recruiter isn't horrible, but we're not at the point where I can, like, really just afford to play 3-mana 1/1s that go find more 1/1s. I don't hate Jailer. I also don't love it. Palace Jailer, yeah. I know how much some of the members of chat right now love Palace Jailer, so... I mean, feels okay to get here. Especially just in tandem with Cataclysm. It's very powerful. We're early enough in the game that we can keep trying to, like, put pressure on him to do things, and then try to set up this Cataclysm at a very awkward spot. Man, I hate Palace Jailer. So do I. I hate Palace Jailer. I hate how, like, playable it is. Like, it's really awkward, but it's also just, like, a good card. I'm hoping for a 5th land there so I could Wasteland plus Jailer. As it sits, though, I don't hate just, like, Wastelanding and playing Vial or something. Yeah, we got a lot of time here. He pondered and did not shuffle, but then played a Tundra into the Wasteland, so... Wisp into Vial seems good. Oh yeah, we could Wisp this Recruiter. That's pretty good value as well. Doesn't get to Wasteland their Tundra, though. I like Wastelanding their Tundra. I'm gonna Wasteland their Tundra. Yeah, this is the AK that I was talking about, and I don't think I sat Cleric to it. It would have been really nice to draw a land here, though. Just Windmill Slam a Jailer. Magic number to AKs for AKs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You're trading the Remorseful Cleric for a card, and you're losing your guy. AKs occasionally. Yeah, and the mirror, the AK mirrors are a fucking mess. That's not bad. I remember Type 2 AK mirrors. Moxel out here. Old as dirt. I wonder if it was right to attack the Recruiter. Maybe he's looking to trade Snapcaster for it. I don't know how much I mind that. Makes my Wisp worse, but wasn't planning on Wisping this turn. I think I just want to jam Chalice. Man, he's going to Spell Pierce it. But, I mean, that's fine, because we also have this Cataclysm lined up. Eventually, once we get another mana. Oh man, he's gonna cast this AK in response. Get me good. Yeah, shocker. At least his fourth AK is bad, right? 90 True Force. Unfortunate. Still have Vial, we still have Cataclysm coming down the pipeline, but our board state is really weak now. And he gets to keep this Plow in the yard. Yike. Really want to land at some point. Can I recruit basic planes? Is that how this card works? Just grab another recruiter, maybe? Recruiter's just so dirtily. We lost our Vials, like, that's not a great plan anymore. Could you grab more Wisps? Wisp also helps a little bit with Jailer. Could grab something like... Thalia is a little weak at this stage. Stoneforge isn't horrible. Stoneforge is definitely a thing to do next turn if we don't hit our 4th mana. I don't hate Stoneforge. I don't hate... I kind of hate Prelate. I don't hate Wisp. Just want you to know that with the Ponder I shuffled, I had a Container Priest in it. I didn't board it in the previous 3 matches. I did briefly think about Container Priest when I flickered my thing, but I typically try not to respect Container Priest, unless I've seen it. I think Stoneforge isn't bad. Could grab like a Wisp or something, but... Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of it coming in. I think this is the matchup where I would respect it the most. I really hate it when, like, the Mirror or Maverick brings it in, because it just seems absolutely atrocious. Are we just, like, slamming Jailer here? Probably. We have, like, Plow, Judgment, and Cataclysm to try to back it up. If we just, like, cast Cataclysm with the Monarchy, it's so hard to lose. Play a Jace. I'm scared. That lets me cast Cataclysm with Swords to Plowshares. Although there's could be just like hard. There could be a lot of things sitting here. He has at 7. I think I do want to try to end this game. We have a plow, so if he like snap plows the Stoneforge after I attack with Jailer, it's not the worst. It's not over yet. I feel in a decent spot, but definitely not over. There's another world there where I Cataclysm, leave up a land, and then like plow if he has a Snapcaster Mage. But I tend to try to avoid risky Cataclysms until like the last moment. Please no second Snapcaster. Oh, what a jerk. Pitching the Spell Pierce, alright. He only has 1 card left in hand. So if he just like takes Monarchy, we can definitely just try to ice him. Alright, never mind. A lot of Swords to Plowshares. So what's the plan here? What am I recruiting? Man, recruiting second Jailer would be pretty good. Right? Oh no, we don't have mana, never mind. Could just recruit another recruiter, just play 2 1/1s to try to take Monarchy. Could recruit Prelate on 1 and play Prelate on 1 to try to take Monarchy. Also just try to steal lethal with this sword. I don't like that plan. He doesn't know his top card. Ballista's not the worst. We can't, like, lethal him with it is the issue. We have, what, 1, 2, 3. We're, like, 1 more land away. 2 land drops away from Clear Snap. We know we've already played a land. We can't Ballista over 2 this turn. Otherwise, yeah, I'd be in for it. Yeah, we played a land this turn. I don't hate just Sanctum Prelate on 1, honestly. Shows off a lot of outs, and we can also just try to, like, cheese with Sword Kill. If that's on the table. We do have to worry of, like, Snap Disenchant. That's very bad for us, but... if we can, like, Prelate on 1 into, like, Cataclysm as well, we have a lot of, like, lines that are really good with Prelate on 1. I don't hate it. Could also just Force of Will this, but, I mean, could Force of Will any of the cards that I choose there. We also just get Terminus. Just like jam a whole ass Terminus. Or like Council's Judgment. Yeah. With one can I just like wrath all his lands and it doesn't even matter. Like Flickers my own land, cast Cataclysm here. He's already cast only 2 Source of Plowshares, actually. 3 cards in hand. So it's probably another Tundra. How many basic islands does this deck play? I mean, I can look at his literal deck list, but it's not something you typically have access to. It's got like 1 island, 1 Tundra, some number of volcanics. I don't hate just trying to Cataclysm him here. How the game's going so far? We're 3-0, but we're down to, or no, we're in game 3 right now, I think. I forget. I think this might be game 2 still. I think this is game 2 still. Trying to figure out if I want to keep this port or not. I think the answer is yes. I mean, Tomb of Thalia, Port Plate, Simeon Spirit, Kata. I don't know if we had that many cards. Yeah, we had exactly that many cards in hand or something. I don't know if we had that much mana. Uh-oh. Please don't have a spell. Oh god, that was the worst last spell to have. He's at 3. We just need to draw our Ballista now. Ballista time. Let's go. Let's go, deck. That's not bad. Oh man, he has Spell Pierce ready for this Batterskull. I don't think I actually cast a Batterskull here. I might just want to suit up the Stoneforge. He only has 1 plow left in his whole deck. But just like, Batterskull already gets answered by the onboard Jace. I don't just like suiting up the Stoneforge and going from there. Yeah, playing the Batterskull doesn't feel like it accomplishes a whole lot. It does, like, help get, like, guarantee harder that I get the Monarchy back. I don't think it's, like, that greedy, right? Lose, like, gets got by, like, exactly Spell Pierce, which he's already even, like, played 1. How many does he possibly have in this deck? 2 main max if he hasn't shaved any. And it can prevent the Brainstorm of this Jace. Well, that's pretty good. Let's like try to connect at least, right? And kill this monk. Cast Force. Alright. Ooh, that hurts. Cast this Batterskull. Gets eaten up by the Jace. Still drawing live to that Ballista. Left a card on top, huh? Second Council's Judgment. Go for the germ. It's not quite game yet, right? How many forces has he used? 1, 2, 3. All the Force of Wills. If he puts a card to the bottom, there's a chance we can draw our Walking Ballista, right? Like, no point in attacking into 7 mana and a Prowess Monk. You just like target Disenchant for the tilt factor. I guess he was representing Snap Force there. Now he's less snaps, right? 1 snap down. You can pick it back up, but like that seems unnecessary, and also takes you on a Jace Clock. Is this the first Snapcaster Mage? I think I got Terminus away. So this is the only Snapcaster Mage we've seen. Put a card on bottom. That ain't it. No point in wastelanding this. We need mana to be able to like try to port and work our way around like a Hardcast Force Will or something. We're playing towards a very low amount of outs here. But it'll be really funny if we win. He needs to plus, he needs to put the bottom, we need to draw like Walking Ballista, and he needs to have nothing. Put her on top, that's not good. We have 1 more turn to draw something. Can't cast it, dang. You got me good. Alright, bottom into Walking Ballista into no Snapcaster Mages. Alright, bottom. Step 1. He only has 8 cards in hand. Dang. So you're saying there's a chance. The old 1 in 33 minus the % chance that he has a Snapcaster Mage with 9 cards left in his library. I wonder if I'm supposed to like not be playing lands there. See if he like decks himself before he kills me. Oh no, never mind. We're definitely dead before that. Hey, they don't get to look at your deck after games on Moto. Oh yeah, you can't like look at. I mean, there's no real point, right? It doesn't really matter where my man. Fate seals me. Oh no, he fate sealed himself, I think. Time him out. Yeah, good plan, good plan. We'll have a little bit of a... He'll come in, I'm sure he'll come in to chat about this game. I wonder if... I don't think the mill condition's very viable. Considering, like, Savvy Miracles players can ult Jace on themselves, right? And I think he could have killed me if he needed to cast spells. Maybe not, if all spells are cantrips. I'll chat with him to see if he... Because I think he could have probably... We're at 18. I think he could kill me. Yeah, he's got 4 cards left in his deck right now. Or 3 cards left. He's showing that he can kill me here, so... He has 2 cards left in his library. He draws to 1. Oh, he spell pierces it? Yeah. Okay, yeah, he could definitely just kill me. We weren't milling him out. Alright, Patrick got a game. Or got a match. Hop on into chat, Patrick. He can't hear me, but I'm sure he's... I'm sure he's on his way. Indeed, you finally got there. That was on the play that game we lost, post-board. Yeah. So pre-board, we were actually like, I won all my games on the play, you won all your games on the draw. And then post-board, I won all the games on the draw, and we were 1-1 games on the play. Anyway. You left Pearson post-board. Yeah, that's a Patrick special that he has been long since he's been adamant about. I keep making fun of him for it. Even though it's, like, maybe not the worst thing in the world. Alright, hang on, let's look at Patrick's list, because I just couldn't get the fucking card per life thing to work. This is Patrick's list. So, sideboard, you have, like, 1, 2, 3, 4? Did he bring in the back entry? I think game 1 is very pro Miracles, or game 1 match 1 is pretty typical. There are other places you could have wrecked me most of the times. You don't. Alright, take up the games with Jace or Mentor. Yeah, I think the player of the draw game 1 especially matters a whole lot. Like, on the draw versus Miracles, and, like, if you don't have a Vile hand, it's just, like, if you don't have a Vile hand, it's very, very hard to win game 1 versus Miracles at all. And if you're on the draw, and you don't have a Vile hand, you're just, like, very, very, very far behind a lot of the time. So I do agree with, like, winning on the play and losing on the draw doesn't strike me as surprising or anything. I'm only playing 2 Cataclysms, but yeah. I don't know. What do you board out? So what are you boarding in? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you bring in the Entreat? We never saw it, and you had 8 cards left in your deck or whatever. And then in the main deck, I've never brought an Entreat. 2 disenchant back to basics, maybe Tamron Priest, so cut 2 counterbalance, and what did you cut, like a volcanic? I know you're a fan of boarding out like non-basic lands against Wasteland decks if you're not casting the red cards. Minus 2 counterbalance, 1 bonus volcanic. Last game I cut a Jace to bring Tamron Priest. That seems like not great at all, but I really don't like a Tamron Priest. I think Miracles is the deck that you can get away with bringing Tamron Priest against Desert Texas the most, but I still am not in love with it, but it's definitely less contentious in that matchup than, like, the Mirror or Maverick or Stoneblade or whatever. Or not, yeah. His Stoneblade is okay, because most of your important creature can't be targeted by Flicker Wisp. Like, when we played against Dead Guy or whatever. But, okay, so, I guess... Seems you had double vial, match 1, game 3, but she'll still pierce. Oh, did you have the pierce? Man, I wanted you to pierce. Because it would have been really funny to just play the second vial. But, I mean, we just had 2 vials in play, which wasn't the worst. Did anyone in chat ever go screenshot that moment that I was like, I'm not sure what our best line is here? Because that's definitely an interesting thing to go post in the Discord afterward, like what my plan is there. But anyway, okay, so I more or less agree with Patrick that like counterbalance is really bad in the matchup, and I don't hate shaving like the volcanic. I do agree, Patrick, that if you had like 2 more cards for the matchup in your sideboard, you would be cutting Spell Pierces. Like, I don't know what you would have. Like, what? Like, a second Engineered Explosives and, like, a 3rd Disenchant or something stupid. I don't know. A Supreme Verdict, something like that. Just, like, cards that would be good against other taxes that you would see sometimes in, like, Random Mass Miracles boards. Is Pierce on the short list of cards to board out? Yeah, like a Click. Click's a fine sideboard card that I would probably bring in against Death and Taxes. I think with Chalice, I can't force the Torment Vial anymore. That's scary, because like if you don't force the Torment Vial and then they don't have the Chalice, that's so bad for you, right? That's a tough one. Some people aren't even like playing Chalice yet. Like it's definitely catching on. I definitely like credit Phil with that tech. But there are definitely still D&T players out there just like jamming 2 Aetherstone Cantonists on their sideboard still and like not thinking about it at all. The Chalice is just absurdly powerful. Also, Moxaw, can you send me that clip of our match 1, game 2? I want Pierce versus your... Yeah. Yeah, Envolson's article did have Chalice, that's true. Envolson tried it in like a couple of challenges, and he put it in his article. That's fair. It's fair to say that people will start migrating towards it. Hey, that's a good assessment. Because, like, not everyone knows... It follows Phil and Phil's, like, Death and Taxes tech. But, like, all the Death and Taxes players probably took notice of, like, Thomas Edvolson articles. How many games did we win? We won 4 games, that's true. Won 4 post-board games. Chalice and Cataclysm are, like, insane cards. Alright. I'll go back into the video and, like, screenshot that, like, what's the play thing here anyway. But, anyway, you didn't answer the question. Like, is Pierce on the short list? Like, if you had, like, 5 cards to bring in against... 5-6 cards to bring against the taxes. Not saying you do, or not saying that's like correct or anything. If you happen to have a 75 configure that had enough. 21202002. Yeah, that's correct. Definitely not enough testing to like get any definitive data or anything, but the matches felt about the way that I feel they go. Like they're all very, very close. Like the chase came out because I was avoiding cutting either Pierce. Even on the draw Pierce seems so bad. You can't Pierce turn 1 vials. But anyway. So these things don't... So, like, basically these exhibition matches, these testing matches, when you stream them, they don't really go a lot towards giving definitive answers to, like, oh, how does this matchup go? Because obviously we only played 4 matches. We played like what 4, 5, 6, 7. We played 8 games, right? Wait, that doesn't sound right. It would have all been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can I not do math? Oh, I didn't add the last game, I think, because we lost on the play. No, we only lost 3 times. So, yeah, I just can't do math. Never mind. That's a 3, not a 2. My takeaway is Chalice is absurd. Accurate. Chalice is nuts. If you want to beat Miracles, play 3 Chalice, play a bunch of Cataclysms. Cataclysm Chalice are nuts. A lot of Miracles players wouldn't have made my match 1 game 1 to get Jason to play. I went a lot against my slamming Jason plusing Soul Strive. Yeah, that was good. I was confused for a moment, but I was like, oh wait, yeah, this Jason gets to like stick around and stuff. And it's definitely like it buries you pretty hard. You typically that is the 2 ways that you lose. I find that you lose a lot of Miracles matches with Death and Taxes is A, you get flattened by Mentor, because that's just like you lose that card a lot. And the other way is that you manage to Jace with a clear board, or like Jace have it live a turn cycle and then clear the board, and then you like just win the game. If you let an early Jace get out of control. So early Jace and early Mentor are 2 ways. And then sometimes like you have those really grindy matches where you get edged out, and sometimes like it's the vice versa, where you manage to like barely edge out a Miracles player. And those are the close games. And the non-close games, typically you flatten them with like early Thalia, Port, like Chalice taxing, or you just like cast Cataclysm and they die. We also have to consider that Moto gets when I draw you draw the Tundra. Field Rune was neat, yeah. Definitely interesting tech. I've not seen it a lot. But anyway, I think I never got to my point that I was trying to say when I was like, oh, we only played 4 matches. But essentially, so like, I always go back to this. There was a tweet from Andrew Ellenbogen a couple weeks ago, like maybe a month ago, of like competitive Magic is basically extrapolating correct ideas from like incomplete amounts of like useless amounts of data, essentially. So when you're testing matches like this, it's not on paper like, oh, I went through 1, and like we like so Miracle's obviously a good matchup, right? I think it's more of how the matches felt, and that's a big part of testing is like not how the matches went, how the matches felt. So sometimes you get crushed. It like I've been like wrecked in leagues by a lot of things, and like Patrick made fun of me. He was like, oh, I got I O2 to my league against Miracles, and like, oh, Miracles suddenly a bad matchup. But no, the matches felt fine. We almost won on like a Mold of 4 and a Mold of 5 against one of the Miracles players. And I think the matchup just Moxall with the Andrew Ellenbogen tweet here. What does he say? Competitive Magic is the art of correctly generalizing from sample sizes too small to draw real conclusions. It is one of my favorite Magic tweets that I've actually seen. Because it applies a lot, especially to like streaming when people like try to tell you like this is like a matchup is good or bad or whatever, or like just that whole mess. Yeah, Null Rod is pretty fucked up if you want to beat up Death and Taxes. I don't know what this Andrew Elbow tweet is. Oh, wow, yeah, that's a pretty good one, too. The trait I value most in Magic teammates is appropriately gauging of confidence. It's always okay to be wrong. It's much less okay to be confidently wrong. Doing so frequently erodes your teammates' trust in your opinion. But it's less applicable right now. Less applicable to the topic at hand. But anyway, essentially, you want to play matches and see how they feel. That's the important part. And the matches felt very close. All of them. We what? 2-1, 2-0, 2-0, 0-2'd. And like the 0-2, the matches were... I forget how match 4, game 1 went. But like, game 2 there was pretty close. We got them down to like 3 life. We had a couple life top decks towards the end there. Also, God, I hate I hate Palace Jailer so much. It's like such a risky card. But it's also very powerful. Like, if you can get your Palace Jailer into Cataclysm draws, then like you put them deep, deep, deep in the ground. But regardless, don't go out there and be like, oh, GNT super favor versus Miracles, blah, blah, blah. It's a close matchup, and I hope that Patrick would agree that I think it's very easy that if you're a good Miracles player and your opponent is not a good Death and Taxes player, you're going to flatten them a lot, and I think that like it's fairly true for the opposite. Like, I feel like I flatten a lot of Miracles players that I queue into during like just random leagues. But I think when a good Death and Taxes player plays against a good Miracles player, then like it's very close and deeply interesting games. Yeah, and definitely the build of Miracles is important. The less mentors they have, generally, the better it is for you. I'm not sure if Death and Taxes can really tweak a lot to, like, just a normal build to beat up Miracles, rather than just, like, I guess playing Chalice is your choice. If you're playing Aetherstone Canonist, your Miracles matchup is definitely going to suffer. If you're playing Gideons instead of Cataclysms, your Miracles matchup is going to suffer. So I guess there are, like, sideboard decisions you can make that definitely just have a positive effect on your Miracles matchup. Yeah, that's fair. D&D just happens to have a bunch of really good cards against you, and you don't just how because of how the meta sits right now. Like Chalices weren't 100. Like it's not like oh we need to have this card to beat Miracle. It was oh this is a good card against all of like the fast combo, and it also happens to be very good against Miracles. Like Cataclysm is one of our best cards against Grixis control, which is a rough matchup, and then it also is good against Miracles rather than Gideon, which is a softer card in probably both those matchups. So that's a fair assessment. The sideboard games do get a lot better for me. If we are bringing incomplete amounts of data into the equation. Oh, here's my spreadsheet. I'm. What's my record of the Miracles matchup? Yeah, my pre-board win rate is 60%. My post-board win rate is 70%. It's like it's only a 10% increase in pre to post-board, but my pre-board wins are definitely lower than my post-board wins. I find commonly that like when I'm playing against Miracles Online, I'll lose game 1 and then win games 2 and 3. What's your general win rate? Match win rate is 80% total. Game win rate is very high. I guess I can pull my data over here. I should play Baneslayer. Baneslayer is a card that exists. Let's just look at my spreadsheet here for a touch. So here's Miracles. Oh, we don't have the whole. Yeah, there we go. So played like 30 matches of Miracles since the Deathrite ban. This math doesn't work out, right? Wait, this shouldn't be 71. This is like 51. Oops. That makes more sense. Yeah, that one right didn't make any sense. That tracks more, right? I think that was a typo. But that data tracks more. Too late to give 12 bits because there's no option to give between 1 and 100. Thanks for the 100 bits, Patrick. Good game today. Thanks for coming in and helping out. I enjoy playing against like good players. It helps a lot with testing and just like getting ideas out on the table. But anyway, I'm getting really tired and like totally spacing out a little bit here. So let's call the stream here. See if we can go find someone to host. Who's playing Legacy? Cyrus. Is he playing? He's playing Modern right now. He says Legacy after. Is it Legacy yet, or is it still Modern? Yeah, it's Legacy. All right, we'll go with Cyrus. Anyway, most tilting thing for me is my opponent clearly draws the card that crushes me most and chooses not to. No, when you top 2 and then didn't equip sort of. Well, let's go up here. Yeah, I think without chat telling me different lines, I might have just gone for it. When chat's sitting and whispering in your ear, I'm definitely bad at like not thinking about other lines when chat's involved. I think like if I was sitting in a tournament, like I probably would have just jammed sword and gotten into the red zone. I felt like pretty okay with the other line though. Like the reason I went with the other line is because I also felt like it was pretty safe. Like porting down white mana getting the sword into play. It's like just more roundabout, but like on the board it just felt like it was fine. The mentor scoop was one of them, so I didn't think about Jailer. Oh, was that when you like cast mentor and then conceded? It was weird because like that's not like a concede point either. Like I don't know if you have a force in hand, right? I forget what the exact situation was, but I sat there and I was like, okay, if I like cast Jailer and he forces it, what is my plan? But then you just cast Jailer and then conceded, so I was plow, untap, plow, so I could get the mom. And then, but you need a. There's a chalice. I mean, wait, when? What are we talking? When are we talking about? Forcible doesn't beat chalice, right? Or chalice doesn't beat forcible, right? Well, anyway, we can talk about these games a little bit more. With the mentor, there was a chalice in play. I didn't have force and you jam Jailer every time. Okay, that's fair. Like, I don't think the plan... There was a brief moment of pause of, like, what happens if he has force, and I think the answer is, like, if he has force, I'm, like, behind, but I need to play this anyway. So you just jam it out. I think that's a fair assessment. There's definitely merit in letting your opponent misplay, though. But obviously, like... Knowing when you're dead, you seem to, like, to concede aggressively, which is a good skill to acknowledge when you're playing, like, especially like more casual matches where you don't need to be like playing to your outs like as readily as like you're winning into top 8 or whatever. With the Mom, Stoneforge, Sophie, I couldn't stop another hit, but I need to remove Mom over Stoneforge to have the best chance to win. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember. Okay. It was the one where you plowed and then you, like, snap plowed, but you couldn't, like, plow the Mom. Because you need to, like, play land and then snap plow or whatever, because you only had the one white source in play at the time. Okay, I remember that. But anyway, yeah, we can... I think Mom is good, actually. You have so much coming in. Yeah, I think Mom, especially, like, the anti-synergy with Chalice. Pre-Chalice, I was definitely, like, Shaving Mom was okay. And just, like, a lot of the time, Mom gets swept away by Terminuses, and it's just, like, another card that you lose to the Terminus. But, I mean, it's, like, good against Plows and such. Just, like, it's really bad with Chalice of the Void, and it's, I think, the weakest card in the deck, even if it's okay. Mom's like one of our worst good. Yeah, exactly. Like most of our deck is like pretty strong cards. And the anti-synergy with Mom and Chalice really tips it over the edge. Just like we're not cutting like any of these. Like, I mean, you can cut the Jite, not upset. Cut the Crusader, not be super upset. But like that's if we have more really good cards. I'm not cutting these cards for like a Mother of Ruins. We'll discuss more next stream after I watch from your side. Oh yeah, sure. You can like PM me about it as well. Anyway, I'd play another E. If you want to like, if you ever want to like test with a slightly different deck list, I can like trade you, like send you some cards, borrow something from Card Hoarder, lend it to you, get it back, send it back to them. Cut port, yeah, cut all the ports. We're shaving a Wasteland every time, which I think is probably just still fine, even if you're on like the red version that has more non-basics. Anyway, I keep getting distracted from ending the stream. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you had a good time. Special thanks again to Patrick, Eternal Weekend 2018 champion, best legacy player NA. If you want to support the channel more, you can follow, subscribe, or donate, just like someone just did. Hazard392, thanks for the follow. Also, I missed Doom4114, I think. Thank you for the follow as well, if you're still out there. If you want to support the channel some more, you can follow, subscribe, or donate. Follows are totally free, help you know I'm going live, help other people find my content. Subscriptions get a sweet Thalia emote right there. And Thraben themed subscription badge in the chat. One day they might announce an EU Eternal Weekend. Oh yeah, because you get like the free flight to that. If it's anywhere as bad as when they announced North America Eternal Weekend, then it'll probably be like, it'll probably take forever. I had to send them like 5 emails pestering them until they finally rolled out the date. Thanks to the Bitsmox all. No thanks for your question. Where was I? Donations. If you want to donate to the stream, there are donation deck list rules down below if you want to see a deck featured on stream. I'd be more than happy to play it. Oh, Moxel's dead. How do you untime him out, Patrick? I don't know how to untime him out. Untime out user. Oh, there we go. I don't think Patrick knows how to time out people for less than 600 seconds. Which, fair, because I don't know either. Stupid streamer not letting me abuse my power. Anyway, this stream will be up on YouTube as well. Links for that is down below. If you want to watch, go back and watch these. This Miracles exhibition match and this incredibly long outro where I just sat and like stream of thoughted for 30 minutes in and out of talking about the Miracles matchup. Anyhow, catch you guys all Friday. Have a happy Valentine's Day tomorrow, everybody. Or I guess today for some people, depending on your time zone. Happy Valentine's Day. I will not be streaming because I don't stream on Thursdays, and also I wouldn't be streaming because it's Valentine's Day. I'm going to take my girlfriend out to dinner. By the way, turn 1 Chalice is less than 3%. You're welcome, Patrick. I'm going to go post that clip to the Discord now. Catch you guys all Friday.